Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Planning Development Advisory Committee for October the 12th. We will start with our call the meeting to order of the Committee of Adjustment. So I'm calling the meeting to order and we'll do a roll call. We'll start with Paul Cedra.
Present.
Dan Kennedy.
Present.
Dennis O'Connor. Can't see him.
John, I just had an email from him saying he's having a problem signing in.
Okay, fair enough. And Deep Bassi.
Present.
And I, John Sapoulos, am present as well. So in attendance is also our clerk, Courtney Hortfox, our deputy clerk, Jeff Bunn, secretary treasurer, Lynn Banks, and a member of the county planning staff, Zach Prince. So welcome to the virtual meeting of the Planning Development Advisory Committee. There are two meetings tonight, one being the Committee of Adjustment, and the second being Advisory Committee. There will be no minor variances for the consideration by the Committee Adjustment. We'll just do some housekeeping items. And there'll be one consent for the Advisory Committee to comment on. Please note that the meeting is video and audio recorded, and all electronic meetings are uploaded to the municipality's YouTube page. By registering to participate in the meeting by electronic means, or consenting to have your likeness and comments recorded and posted on YouTube. Okay, just get you signed in. Dennis, you present?
Yep.
Great. All right. So, Linda, we receive any disclosures of pecuniary interest?
No, Mr. Chair, I did not.
Okay, so we move to approval of minutes of September 14th, 2021. Do we have a mover?
I'll move it.
Moved by Deep, second by Dan. All in favor, let's go around the table. Paul,
In favor.
Dan,
In favor.
Dennis,
In favor.
Deep,
In favor.
I'm in favor as well. So we have no applications for minor variance or permission as noted before. There are no other matters. So we move to adjournment of the Committee of Adjustment. Do I have a mover to move the adjourn the Committee of Adjustment at 7:07 p.m. So mover, Paul, seconder, Dennis. Let's go around the table and all those in favor. Paul,
In favor.
Dan,
In favor.
Dennis,
In favor.
Deep, and I'm in favor as well. All right, thank you. So let's move now to the Planning and Development Advisory Committee. I'm calling the meeting to order for October 12th, 2021. As I mentioned earlier, we have one minor variance to provide comments to the County Land Division Committee. And again, I'll go around the table for a roll call. So we'll start with Paul.
Present.
Okay, Dan,
Present.
Dennis,
Present.
Deep,
Present.
I'm present as well. Okay, Lynn, did we have any disclosures of pecuniary interest?
No, we did not.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to item number 5, approval of the minutes. Have a mover to move and seconder for the minutes of September 14th, 2021. Moved by Dan, second by
Paul.
Paul. Okay, all in favor? Let's go around the table. Paul,
In favor.
Dan,
In favor.
Dennis,
In favor.
Deep,
In favor.
and I'm in favor as well. Okay, so let's move on with the agenda. There's no application of site plan urban design review. There's no zoning law amendment, and we move to number 8, land division. And I'll read it out and carry on with it. So we're looking at 7th application B74-21, also known as D10-MOU, Stuart Mouton and Elizabeth Chapman, Part Lot 19, Concession 10, municipally known as 4508, Concession 11, Township of Puslinch. Proposed severance is 0.4 hectares with 85-meter frontage, vacant land for proposed rural residential use. Retained parcel is 3.1 hectares with 62-meter frontage. Existing and proposed rural residential use for existing dwelling, garage, and gazebo. So I'd like to reiterate that the committee's mandate is only to provide comments to the county's land division committee when it considers the matter for approval. So Courtney, would you please have the applicant or the agent join the panel to present the application, please? And once there, could you just put the site plan drawing up?
Hello. Are you looking for me to speak, Mr. Chair?
I'm just looking to find you on the screen, but I guess I got the condensed version. Sure. Okay, so please state your name and address and present your application.
This is Jeff Buseman from Van Harten Surveying. I'm representing the property owner for this application.
Great, thank you. Please present your application.
So this is, we're looking at a severance in the corner of the property. Facing it from the piece of paper that you can see on the screen, it's to the top left. It's set up to be in the left, where the existing driveway will service the new house, and the existing hydro line will service the new house as well. A new driveway will be installed a little bit to the south and will lead to the existing garage and driveway that's behind the severance. We've had some feedback from the county planning staff to ask if we would consider an application, the severance to be in the other corner. However, this is pretty important to the property owner that we keep it in the north corner of the property. The primary reason being is quite a view from the house looking south, or actually looking to the, I guess, southeast. And so we want to protect that view. I don't know if it's possible. I did ask for a second slide to be made available. So we were asked a little bit to consider moving, but we were also just challenged a little bit because on the left side of this screen image there are some trees, and that's in something called the Greenlands or EP overlay of the zoning bylaw. And basically there's some trees there, and the idea is to protect those trees. We took a good look at that site on Friday, and we looked at where we could put a house and a septic bed without having a negative impact on those trees. Those trees are already impacted, however, by the overhead hydro line that services the existing house. So every once in a while, hydro comes along and cuts back the trees for that, for the protection of that hydro line. So we just threw in a house envelope of a good size that shows 435 square meters. That's about 4,500 square foot, and that's just for the footprint of a house. So that's a good size house that could fit in there. And then the septic bed would be in the front. So we feel that this configuration will work, and that a new house can easily be accommodated in along with protection of the trees on the north side of the severance. If there's any questions or comments, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Lynn, were there any agency comments received? If so, could you read them?
No, I did not receive any comments from the agencies.
Okay, and any written comments received, Lynn?
No, I did not receive any.
Okay, so I just want to, for the benefit of the attendees, of any attendees watching the hearing would like to give comments or have questions regarding the application, please note that they can be heard at the Land Division Committee. Okay, let's go around the table for our committee members to ask questions of the applicant or the county planner. Start with you, Paul.
Yeah, I'm just, I guess it's for the county planners more like, do we require environmental impact study? I was looking at some of the correspondence, and I just wanted to get some more information around that. Like, is that required because of the green component, the green belt component to it? The green land component, I mean.
Yep, through the chair. So as Jeff noted, it is designated as Greenlands in the county OP. So county planning staff would likely have a comment regarding an environmental impact study. So there's different ways of approaching it. Depending on how staff felt, they could request deferral until the EIS is complete, or the EIS could be a condition, but likely we would require an EIS.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Zach.
Paul, just for your information, in our zoning bylaw, we talk about the environmental protection zone overlay. It says that development not be allowed in significant wildlife or plant habitat until it's been demonstrated to the satisfaction of the township. There'll be no negative impacts or the habitat or the ecological functions in the case of fish habitat in accordance with provincial federal requirements. I don't know of any other way to demonstrate to the satisfaction of the township other than an EIS.
Okay.
So that's basically the county point of view. They have the OP official plan they have to protect, and we have our zoning bylaw that we have to comply with.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Dan,
No, I'm fine with this.
Dennis?
Yeah, Jeff, if you move to the other side anyways, wouldn't you have a problem with your MDS with those barns?
It gets tougher. It does get tougher, and the client's pretty adamant that they want it at the north side.
No, I'm good with this one.
Okay, Deep?
Couple of questions, Jeff, safe access, safe entrance. Are those driveways, are we able to move them to accommodate safe entrance?
So we've had some discussion with the road superintendent, and on the sketch, we show a new one for the retained parcel. That one has been specifically picked to be at a safe location. We also identify on the severed parcel a possible entrance at the north end. We say about 7 meters north of the hydro pole. That's a safe entrance as well, but then we'd have to be cutting through the trees to get there. The road superintendent visited the property, I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, and said the existing entrance doesn't quite meet all the today's safety requirements, but because it's there and been used as such for a long time, he would have no problem with that continuing to be used. I mean, it's
Okay,
used
thank
like
you.
that today.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions, Deep?
No,
Okay, a couple questions. First of all, the chain link fence encloses something. What is that enclosing?
I forget. I really don't know. I'd have to look. I don't know the answer to that.
Is it some sort of livestock?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It could have been a dog pen at one time. I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. The proposed driveway, you were mentioning that the existing driveway is okay. Is the proposed driveway okay as well by our superintendent roads?
Yes, he's visited at the site. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's take that into the committee. So anybody have any things that we'd want in the way of conditions to put into there?
maybe environmental impact study.
Okay, so a request that an environmental impact study be provided. I'm also going to suggest that the proponent pay for the township review of that environmental impact study. In other words, this is something over and above a standard servants application. Anybody else have any other comments?
That seems good.
Okay, Lynn, does staff have any comments to put forward?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. In discussions with the county, that we did consider the comment that servicing can be accommodated to the retained lands to the satisfaction of the township, if the committee agrees with that.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. Anybody have any comments on that request? Do we include that as well?
Can't hurt.
Okay, good. All right. So, so I've got three elements that the committee supports the application, provided that a EIS is completed. And the cost of the EIS is borne by the applicant, and that the existing servicing is retained. Is that the wording you want, Lynn? Is retained to the satisfaction of the township?
Can be accommodated to the retained lands to the satisfaction of the township.
Okay, that the existing servicing can be accommodated to the satisfaction of the retained lands to the satisfaction of township. Okay, do we have a mover for this? Dennis, second?
Paul,
Dan, okay, so let's go around the table. All in favor, Paul,
in favor.
Dan,
In favor.
Dennis,
In favor?
Deep,
In favor.
and I'm in favor as well. Okay, so we have no other matters, and move that the meeting be adjourned at 7:22 PM. Have a mover?
Paul,
Dennis, second, Paul, all in favor? Dan,
In favor.
Paul,
in favor.
Dennis,
In favor?
Deep? Deep?
Muted deep.
Oh, in favor, sorry.
Okay, and I'm in favor as well. All right, guys, have a good evening. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Take care, guys.
Night, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.